Want to make the most of your solitude? Don't worry, I've got you covered, because today, I'll be suggesting you with 10 ecchi anime that you should watch. And of course these are underrated ones, to help you find more anime to watch. Starting this list with Val X Love. This is an anime that has various similarities with Data Live, however the story and characters are pretty bland, which turned it into an underrated show. 9 Valkyries comes to Earth from Asgard in order to kill demons. And to power up they must do romantic acts with their lover, and unsurprisingly our main character has been chosen as the candidate for being their lover. With 9 beautiful women sharing his roof now, he has to do his best to save the world. Moving on we have Samurai Girls. Just from the title you might already guess what it's about, a harem ecchi show with samurai girls. Even though it aired in 2010, the animations are really good, and it can even compete with many of the harem shows of these past years. The interesting thing about this anime is the setting of the story. It happens in the 21st century where they mixed modern things with the feudal era Japan. It was pretty interesting to watch, and as for the story, a girl mysteriously appears in front of our main character while he was in a fight, descending from the sky and steals his first kiss. Now, he has to find out who this girl is, and I will leave the rest of the story for you to watch. Next up is Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. After gaining the title of the strongest warrior in the world, our main character Peter Grill has finally proven his worth and is ready to take the hand of his beloved senior, the beautiful and innocent Lovelia. Peter expects to have a healthy relationship with her, despite some objections from her father. Unfortunately, this dream quickly breaks apart as news of his grand victory spreads among the womenfolk of other races. Some of them are even vying for his seed to produce offspring blessed with his might. To avoid betraying the trust of his cherished Lovelia and causing a scandal, Peter strives to avoid other women's salacious advances. Honestly, this is an anime that you should watch only for the ecchi aspect. Other than that, it's not something I would recommend to people. Next we have, My Wife is the Student Council President. The story of this anime is extremely straightforward. We have Student Council President named Wee, who one day announces that because of an alcohol-influenced agreement between their parents, she is to become the fiancée of the Vice President and our protagonist Hayato. Moreover, both of them even competed for the Student Council President position, but she wins because of a certain promise to the students. Thus they start living together, and they quickly get very intimate with each other, if you know what I mean. This is a very simple ecchi comedy, and I gotta say, for a ecchi fan, it will be pretty enjoyable. Coming in next is, My First Girlfriend is a Gal. Another anime pretty similar to My Wife is a Student Council President, in terms of the light-hearted ecchi rom-com. The story follows Junichi who one day, following a prank pulled by his perverse friends, asks a gal out in an attempt to change the fact that he's a hopeless virgin. But that girl becomes disgusted by Junichi's groveling. However, through a series of teasing remarks, she soon finds herself bonding with him and ultimately accepting his confession. From here on we follow his life as more girls join the fun. The problem I have with this anime is our main character, who is a total wimp. Other than that, it's pretty good as a ecchi anime. Next on the list is, My Girlfriend is Showbitch. This is an anime that is pretty weird and hilarious at the same time. The story follows Haruka, who has been interested in the class representative, Akiho, since his first year in high school. She is attractive, good at sports, and is an all-around model student. Since they are in the same class this year, he decides to confess his feelings, and to his shock, she agrees to be his girlfriend. However, he finds that she is a bit stranger than he first thought. This seemingly perfect girl has never been in a relationship. But even though she is inexperienced, she vows to please him in every way she can. You might already guess what happens next. We follow their ecchi comedy, and it was pretty good. Next we have Hybrid X Heart Magia's Academy. This is a pure ecchi anime that consists of heavy fan service every episode. The story is set in a futuristic world, following Hida, who possesses the Heart Hybrid Gear ability. His older sister calls him to transfer to a strategic defense school, where many of the students, which are girls, use their abilities to fight invaders from another world while wearing extremely skimpy pilot outfits. He might not have the best fighting abilities, but his gear has the power to replenish the energy of other pilots while doing erotic activities. Overall, it's not something I would recommend for the story, but for the big plot in it. Moving on, we have Sugamomo. Sugamomo is something that after long years of use and cherishment by its owners have gained senses and their own bodies through the use of magical and spiritual abilities. The story follows the life of Kazuya, a normal high school student that one day is confronted with the fact that the obi that he had inherited from his mother has somehow become conscious, and thus introducing him to the world of Sugamomos and Molly-sun cleansing. The story behind Sugamomo is essentially a fusion of comedy and action that is derived from both the everyday lives of Kazuya and his duties as a Molly-sun cleanser. Next on the list is Ladies vs. Butlers. This is an anime that was also aired in 2010, but the animation is considerably good, and you won't even realize it's that old. We follow our main character, who looks like a punk but isn't one. He transfers to an academy where they teach you how to be a butler and serve in a noble society. And not to mention, most of the students there are girls. The anime itself is mostly ecchi comedy and harem cliches, but it's something that's not weird to watch and rather pretty hilarious. And last but not the least, we have Cross-Unge. Cross-Unge is a very good anime that is very difficult to suggest someone and explain it. However, it's something I didn't experience from many other anime. It's very gruesome and at the same time weird as hell. The story of Cross-Unge is something praiseworthy as well, and the world building was great. The series mainly focuses on our female lead Unge, who was the princess of the noble Misurugi Empire. The kingdom has seen great power and prosperity due to the advancement of the revolutionary technology known as mana, an abstract bending of light that has reduced the world's problems of war and pollution to a timeless peace. As for how they attained that power, it's another mystery you can unravel while watching it. The anime is filled with a lot of fan service, however the only drawback is it has girl-to-girl action, and that's the only reason I couldn't enjoy this anime to the fullest. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to give a like to help make more videos like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, with that being said, see you next time.